Hey guys, welcome to a new daily market outlook. Currently waiting for the DXY to make a big move alongside, for instance, Eurodollar. So yeah, with that said, let's just dive straight in and see what our pairs are doing. So to begin with the DXY, of course, the DXY has been moving up, bullish slowly. So I've got a lot of messages about people who are stressing that the DXY is moving up too high. But what you guys have to understand is that the supply zone, which I've drawn on, runs all the way until 93.437. So we're not even halfway into my supply zone, and people are already stressing. So just give the DXY some time. We still have a lot of movement, or we still have a lot of space to reject. So looking at the 4 hour, for instance, what we're currently seeing is that we're moving from wedge to wedge. So we had the overall greater outside wedge, then we moved into this smaller wedge, and now once again I'm seeing a new potential wedge over here, like this. So I wouldn't be surprised if today we do move a little bit higher. 93.170 or even 93.232 are really those levels that I'm looking at. So let's say the DXY moves really bullish, and we see some real strong momentum kick in. Then we could also move up all the way in towards 93.437, which is a major swing high on the daily and the 4 hour time frame. So we know that a lot of stop losses are situated above this high, so often price comes up, liquidates all the stop losses, and then starts with the real move back in towards the downside. So therefore I also wouldn't be surprised if that were to happen. Of course, it's not as beautiful as we want to see the DXY. Of course, I would have preferred the DXY to crash down earlier, but it is what it is, and we take what the market gives us. So at the moment, I am still really looking for that DXY pullback. As we can see, price is just squeezing in towards the highs. At first, you see a big swing, right? So a low, a high, a higher low, a high. So this is a big swing in price. Then we create a new higher low, then once again, big swing in price. But now we're seeing small swings in price. So this high gets broken, straight away, boom, retracement. And therefore, I also think that once this high is broken, boom, straight away, we're going to see a retracement, which could initiate the drop further in towards the lows. Let's say that happens, I will be looking for a potential scale in on the retest of structure of this ascending wedge, which will most likely be a 618 setup to then go short all the way back down to at least the beginning of this wedge at around 92.300. Yeah, so that is the DXY for you. Let's head over to Aussie dollar. So Aussie dollar still just crashing down in towards the lows. Nothing has changed since yesterday. Looking at the 4 hour or the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, you can see that price, it's just really consolidative. There's no real added use in trading this. So at the moment, what we are seeing is this potential price pattern which could start forming over here, and which I am monitoring. But for the moment, price is just really consolidative. I'm just going to leave Aussie dollar for what it is. So with that said, let's head over to Eurodollar. And Eurodollar, so Eurodollar is really dependent on the DXY, as we all know at the moment. Yeah, I'm not too stressed about Eurodollar. We could be forming this new wedge over here. So another push in towards lows, could happen. What we guys also have to remember is that on the daily time frame, there is another zone from 1.17308 until 1.17042. So if we do move down lower, it isn't a problem, because we can always start reversing from this lower zone. So one of the reasons why I am really heavily focused on longing Eurodollar, mainly has to do with the fact that the momentum in towards the downside is just really low. What you continuously will see is that once a low gets broken, you straight away see a retracement. Every single time. We had it over here, we had it over here, we had it over here, and we're most likely going to have it over here. So I don't really believe in this bearish momentum that we are seeing on Eurodollar, and therefore I do think that at a certain point in time, we will see a very strong impulse back up in towards the highs. Moreover, what we can currently see on the 4 hour is that Eurodollar is just really overextended. So we had this massive move in towards the lows. After that, this minor pullback, but yeah, this isn't even really a pullback in my opinion, especially if you look at the entire move in towards the downside. Furthermore, if we look at the overall price action over here, it's all just consolidative in towards the lows. So at not one moment in time are we seeing an ascending correction. And therefore I do think that euro-dollar will start pushing up higher, because we need to grab more orders if euro-dollar were to push down lower in the future. So yeah, that is it for euro-dollar. Still looking for those longs. Let's see if this wedge plays out, and otherwise you guys know the zones and know the kind of price action that I'm looking for. So with that said, let's head over to pound dollar. And pound dollar at the moment rejected from this lower zone, which I gave you guys yesterday. We might be coming back down for a double bottom, but at the moment, yeah, pound dollar is heavily dependent also on the DXY and on Euro GBP. But yeah, nothing really interesting at the moment. Kind of like the same as on Aussie dollar. We are ready for a pullback in my opinion. I wouldn't be surprised if it were to happen from here. But for the time being, I'm just going to be waiting on the lower time frame for a structure break on pound dollar. Potentially, once we break this high, if we can then see a nice break retest to trade this pair up higher, because I do think that pound dollar is in need of a pullback. So yeah, that is pound dollar. What you could also do, of course, is always look for the double bottom. Just keep an eye on this low over here, or see how we react to the double bottom in general. So from in between these two yellow lines, you can start looking for any potential longs. So yeah, that is pound dollar. Let's head over to Kiwi dollar. And Kiwi dollar, kind of the same as on Aussie dollar. Not really interested in this pair, to be honest. I'm just going to be waiting. I'm not a real big fan of the price action at the moment, excuse me. Yeah, I can start analyzing this, but according to my strategy, it's just best to wait, because there's not really anything going on which really interests me. I would like to wait for something like this, but or something like this, but yeah, nothing at the moment, and there is no added use in analyzing this pair. So yeah, gold analysis, I will drop that one in the Discord. And furthermore, just thank you for watching as per usual. Thank you all for your support. I really appreciate it, and I would really love if you guys would leave a like on this video. So don't forget to subscribe if you're watching, and thank you once again.